kids got my shoes on. You can crop them out. That'll be lit. What up? I'm Coach Britt. My real name is Brittany Dorsey. I actually got my first contract playing overseas. I got the contract on my own because my agent was terrible. But that's where I started putting in the work for myself, where I was trying to find me a contract. I was young, fresh out of college. I went to Europe. I played in Ukraine, very briefly. I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't happy. You know, the competition was, you know, I averaged 25 points a game. It was light work out there for us, but the Americans didn't stay long in that situation.
Really?
Yeah, we were uncomfortable. We had to take the bus to practice. You know, nobody spoke English. We had to work with very little money, but it was an opportunity. So I took it. After that, I came home like, I gotta find another contract. And I found a contract for Showball. And a lot of people are like, what is Showball?
Right, what is Showball?
Flashy dribbling, dunks, it's entertainment basketball. I have to compare it to the world famous Harlem Globetrotters. It's very similar to that. A lot of people don't know that there are actually like 6 or 7 Showball teams. There are multiple teams that do what the Globetrotters do, but obviously on a much smaller level because they got that game on lock.
Right.
For going on 95 years. The team that I play for, we do fundraising. So people book me to come entertain the community so that they can raise money for whatever cause.
Okay.
So I'd have been to 49 of the 50 states raising money for Rotary clubs, Boys and Girls clubs, parent-teacher associations. They raise money for things in the community. And that was the biggest thing I took for playing Showball. I did that for 5 years. I loved it. I loved it so much so that the management aspect became my primary focus because I was doing such a beautiful thing for a company that didn't appreciate the work that we were putting in for the community. They weren't taking care of the staff. They weren't communicating appropriately while we were on tour. They weren't making sure the lodging. It was just a lot of management issues that fell on me because it was me and about between 7 and 9 men. Most of the time I was only female. I was
about to say the responsibility always falls on the woman.
But that was fine. My rookie season, they had me on tour on the East Coast with my team. There was another squad on the West Coast. We had 2 teams. We were booked for 8 months. One in October I did 21 shows in 1 month.
Wow.
Could you imagine performing 21 shows in 1 month on top of doing school assemblies for promo? So what they would do is they would book us for a show, and then we would do like school assemblies or go to a barbecue or go to a parade, or the team would show up to promo for the event. They would sell tickets for the event and try to get the community out based off of our interaction, you know, with the community.
Right.
Cool, that part was fun, but nobody thinks about the personal issues that people deal with on tour. Nobody thinks about the fact that I am the only female with a bunch of grown men. Nobody thinks about the things that go on behind the scenes. And that's what molded me to create my own company, to lead that company, and start my own organization to where I would have full and total control of everything that's going on. I can control the morale. That's the biggest thing. If you can control the morale of whatever you're doing, you can control who coming in and out and how people are treated, then there ain't no excuse. But when you doing something for other people all the time and they're neglecting that, you gotta take your talents elsewhere. I totally and wholeheartedly believe that, and that's where ITK came.
Yeah, In the Know is bigger than what I thought it was. Then, I mean, if it's being birthed out of that, inspired from that, that's huge.
It inspired from a very rough, tough situation where it was a lot of good, but it was a whole lot of obstacles that I overcame, that I learned from. I started this company, I don't even know, I think I was like Alabama. I was in a hotel room. You know, people don't think about that. I'm living in a hotel to hotel, motel, Airbnb, bread and breakfast. You can name it. That's where I was sleeping at. We've had to sleep in our vehicle before. So I was in a hotel room in Alabama somewhere, and I was like, you know what? I got to come up with something that I know I can control the morale of. And I was in the middle of nowhere, and I wrote it up, did the LLC, and it went from there. That was in 2017, April 2017.
That's what's up. You're going strong now.
And it's been up from there because I'm not gonna let it go any other way.
Right. You know? What made you bring it back home? Home base.
Oh my God. Where do I start? So initially, I was still playing ball before COVID. Like I was still trying to tour with another company that I partnered with out of California. But once COVID happened, it sat me down, and I didn't have a choice but to work on the behind the scenes for my company because I couldn't book school assemblies. That's the biggest thing I want to do. I want to do school assemblies all over the country. I want to do fundraising events. I want to do similar things that I've been doing because I'm good at it. But I haven't been able to do it because of COVID. However, now that things are picking up, I'm able to do more activities with the community, do things with the kids, and get funding for the company. That's what I'm mainly working on. We got so many projects, so many things that we're doing. But yeah, that's why I'm home, because I had to sit down. I had to chill out. I couldn't be, you know, and it's not a bad thing that I had to sit down because it would take away from the influence of my company when I was traveling and doing other things. But
it sounded like it worked out for your good, though.
It did. It's working out.
I remember earlier you said that Detroit support ain't strong the way that it should be. Traveling in other places is better.
And it's, I don't even want to say just Detroit. The people that you're most familiar with, you expect a certain amount of support. And I think that we need to change our expectations for that. Yeah. Because everybody don't think the same, everybody's not the same. And at the end of the day, you have to go where it's reciprocated, where you feel the support. Because without support, it's nothing. My issue with the people in my Metro Detroit area is people have imaginary issues. And it's just like, we can all work together. Like, nobody ever knows what's wrong. It's just, it's weird. Like, I don't know. It's real weird. And I think people just kind of move safely. And I can't really blame people for that. But it takes away from our progress. And whether they know it or not, it does. So I just try to move around it. Because just as there are people who aren't supporting how you would hope they would, maybe they feel like you're not supporting. True. How you would, even though you super busy, they don't understand that aspect. It's perception. So I'm not even gonna go there with you. It's not worth it because let's agree to disagree. If you're not even willing to share a post or like a post or the little things that are so simple now, you don't even have to leave the house to do these things. If people aren't willing to do those things, then we really literally don't have time to worry about those kind of people. Right. You don't have time. We already don't have time to do what they want us to do, to share the videos, like the videos, blah, blah, blah. My audience might not like the stuff you post. So I might not want to share your post on my page. But they take that as, oh, it's not like that. It's my page, it's your page. I don't take it personally. You know, we just have to move around it because at the same token, there's people out there that's liking it, loving it, sharing it, and supporting it. And those are the ones I'm gonna rock with. That's who you're supposed to rock with. You know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So like, you coaching boys.
I make my own playlist. They've been complaining about curse words because they want to hear them, but I don't like playing them. Today I said I'd play a couple songs. Normally I got my music. I usually play music with no words, so they can't, they ain't got to worry about that. Vibes. Like this one. It's the water.
You know what I mean? And
that part.
I don't know if I've seen any other female coach in Detroit or I don't know, maybe Michigan that's coaching boys on a major league like how you are. Like, so what was the choice in that, and how, you know, and what's the challenges with that?
To be honest, there are a few of us out there that are attempting to coach who we can. Some of us just want to coach. Some of us are more drawn to boys or men. Some are more girls or women. Whatever. I personally have coached young men, older young men, teenagers, college. I trained and coached everybody. I don't care. But what happened with this situation, I think it was just when I came home from tour. I helped out at a middle school, Orchard Lake Middle School. I helped out up there, and there were just a bunch of kids who either wouldn't make an AAU team or were intimidated by the AAU atmosphere or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I'll put a team together. I'll put something together. Like I used to call them the forgotten ones. I don't really call them that, but that's what in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, these are the kids who would never get picked up on, like the family or like the better teams. Like, that's tough because they have some crazy athletes. I'm like, how can I help? Come on, let's do it. Y'all can come train with me, but you gotta take it seriously. Man, after that was like 3 years ago. After that, they just start coming. Because you just have to be. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to add, you want to come play for me. Like, no, kids want direction. Mm-hmm. So it just so happened to be boys. And that's how it started with the boys. But now the girls are like, you want to play? I'm like, okay, I'll come up with something for y'all, but I have to master this boys program. It's a certain aspect of business. Like, I don't want to overwhelm myself because it's just me. I don't have a lot of help. Mm-hmm. Which is another aspect of business that people don't recognize. If it's not their business, it's not the same type of help, mm-hmm. unless you can afford to pay for the type of help you want, just to keep it real.
Right.
So that's how I started with the boys, and it just flourished from there. I didn't have a practice gym because once I started with the boys, I had an opportunity to practice in West Bloomfield. I had 3 gyms we could practice out of. I had to pay for it. I'm like, cool, whatever, let's do it. We had the gyms and COVID. Mm. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna plan all this out. I planned out a bunch of stuff, camps, whatever. And then the gym, they had to give my money back. They're like, you can't, schools open back up, still couldn't go in the gym. They're still not renting to outside organizations. So I'm like, all right, I don't have a facility now. So one day I'm driving around, I'm like, man, I'm about to pull up in here, see if I can get a gym. They looked at me like, yeah, all right. I'm like, okay, they gonna hit me back. A week go by, I'm like, I need a gym. Mm-hmm. When stuff started to open back up, I need to be able to. So I'm on them. I walk back up in there one day like, hey, can I speak to so-and-so? They're like, okay, we've been working on something for you, Coach Britt. We're working on it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good news. I just wanted to hear something. And I left them alone after that. And it just went from there. I found a gym. I wanted consistency. I scheduled practice 3 days a week for the whole summer. And now I have like 35 boys that want to play for ITK. And I'm like, what am I about to do with all these boys? You know what I said I'm going to do? I'm going to make a team I made a league for the fall. So now I got 30 of them that committed to the league. They want to play AAU. I'm like, I can't travel with.
Right. I can't. You need some mad sponsorship, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I got to put in the work behind the scenes, which I don't mind doing. But they just got to rock with me. In the meantime, I keep them in the gym. So because I feel more comfortable when they're at school or in the gym or doing something productive or working. But yeah, I'm the outlet. That's it. Mm-hmm. I don't want anything else but to mentor, to coach, to train, and to hoop. And to speak. Mm-hmm. Because why not? These kids tell me things that they would never tell their parents. Because they know that in confidence, I'm going to give you some real advice. Mm-hmm. and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and I'm never ever gonna compromise your mental and how you feel about anything. I'm not gonna make you feel uncomfortable about who you are. And a lot of these kids go home and they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They can't be themselves. There was a long time where I couldn't be myself, but I had to be confident in who I was, which is why, back to what you said earlier, I'm able to work with men. I've been working with men. I was on tour with men. And it was nothing. I hoop with guys.
Right.
It just is what it is. But I can do the same with females. Either way, I coached girls at Pershing. I coached the girls at Southfield. I had a girls AAU team a long time ago. I've been doing it. I done did camps with co-ed camps, like you name it. Like there's nothing that I won't do for the kids.
So what keeps you going when times where you may feel overwhelmed or stressed, you know what I mean, like even sad, like, cause I seen your post where you recently lost a friend, you know what I mean, like what keeps you going? Cause you're one of the most energetic, live, involved coaches I've seen, and every time I come to the gym, I see the same energy. Like, how do you keep that?
Dang, boy! Let me get a game ball.
Pause. Come on, boy.
I think that being alone for so long, like in college, I went to Providence, which is 14-hour drive, like across the country. I spent a lot of time on the road, spent a lot of time by myself. I think that the self-discipline that came with me having to be in control is why I'm able to manage so many different things. Like, because we try so hard to get people to understand us, but it's not meant for people to understand us. Like why do you always have to do something? Like even at home, I'm like, there's always something to do. There's always something to be done. And that's a shirt that I want to get made that I think is going to be major. Like if you sitting down and you feeling lazy, it's like, bro, you can fold the clothes right quick. Like that's how my mind thinks. So I just keep going because there's so much bad, so much like sad, like you said, that does become overwhelming for somebody like me. But I guess keeping busy and keeping focused on the goal, and that's just to be successful and to change lives. Like I guess that keeps me going because I'm kind of satisfied with my life and what I've done. I'm cool. Like I've played basketball since I was 8 years old. It's very difficult to make money playing sports. Like it's not easy. I'm grateful for that. I have a beautiful family, friends. I have dope friends. I'm okay. Now I'm giving back. Now that's what makes me happy, is knowing that I can give back now. Like I'm good. I try to just focus on that. You know, that's major.
That's cool, man. Do you have like a life, like a major, like you go out, you hang out in the club, do like, or basketball just consumes 99.99% of you?
So I've recently given myself one day off.
Okay.
A week, Sunday, and
she here doing the interview.
right. I had to, but to answer your question, for a very long time, I have sacrificed buying clothes. I don't hang out. When I do hang out, it's with my very close circle of friends because we share a certain level of camaraderie as far as our success. Like we are business owners. Like we trying to like even if we're chilling socially, we having different conversations. That's my hanging out. I don't really go. I mean, I'm like I said, I did that in college. I did it a little bit after college, and I'm over it. Like when I would do that for real, when I go out, like I don't go on vacation. And that's not to shade anybody who does. Like, everybody needs to live how they live, but I sacrifice right now so that when I do all of that stuff, I do it how I truly want to. Come very comfortably, no worries. Like, because right now, if I go on vacation, I'm still gonna have my computer. I'm still gonna be working. Like, why am I here? I can't focus on anything else right now because I'm so locked in on it. Like, there's always something to do. So, I mean, I'm not saying I don't have a life, but I'm happy I have a family. But we are locked in right now on a goal, on a trajectory that's on another level. So I'm sacrificing a lot right now.
Tunnel vision.
Super tunnel vision. I gotta be focused. Life is short. It's too short. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. So while I'm here, I'm just trying to make the best impact I can.
That's cool. Like in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, I see myself with a sports complex, an ITK sports facility with the academic wing. I see myself managing a boys program, a girls program, a soccer program, a football program, very similar to PAL. To give you an idea of my vision, I intend to, 5 years it'll be tough, but I will be branching off to other states.
Okay.
That's a 5 to 10 year plan. Because I've traveled so much, I've made so many connections. My college teammates, like people that I vibe with, they would be my ITK representatives. They don't even know I have a vision for them. But they down, they rock with me. Whatever I do, I got an ITK rep in Boston who's gonna do a school assembly. I'm gonna fly to Boston, we do a school assembly out there. I have these people meet me out here. I wanna be everywhere. So I think that the 5 to 10, between now and the next 10 years, I'll be touching on an international level. That's how hard I'm working.
Okay.
It's not a game. I'm working my butt off, and as I should, because I care about the morale of my company.
That's what's up.
For real.
Pretty much your brand is you. Like
you are your brand.
Line.
You are your brand.
Yeah.
For real.
So you just doing what you love.
It's real. I'm doing what I love, and it shows. I'm not trying to force it. You know, the kids appreciate my energy. You know, if we vibe, we vibe. If you do something I don't like, I'm gonna tell you how I have to tell you. I don't couple all the kids. You have to communicate with them individually. That's another problem. You know, when I work part-time in the schools. When I'm with kids, I treat them as individuals. You know, that's what they want. They appreciate that. So why not give them that? Especially when you don't know what they're going home to.
Yeah.
And I coached at Central. I had kids going through some things that I haven't gone through as an adult. And that's why I'm sympathetic to them, regardless of their attitude. You know, because my attitude, I done been through some things too, but we can relate. They'll talk to you. But they feel you. That's the thing about kids, they feel your energy.
Yeah.
You know, they already know off rip whether they want to rock with you or not. Even if they kind of act like they don't, they can feel you. So.
What's one of your favorite quotes?
Besides, there's always something to do. There's always something to be done. I think I might have shared this with you. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, and they build monuments of nothingness. My college coach used to say that all the time because, you know, we would make excuses for whatever, and it's like, oh my God. But it's true.
Say it again, what is it?
Excuses are tools of the incompetent. They build monuments of nothingness. It's like, okay, excuse after excuse, okay. I'm a how do we fix it type of person.
Right.
I gotta be. Sometimes I slip up, sometimes I'm like, but nah, if you want to be successful, you gotta be like, that's not an excuse. I gotta do this. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So yeah, I think I would have to say that's one of my favorite quotes.
How much money would you need to make 2022 a success, a major success?
Oh, major?
Yeah.
Oh, I can make it major. I mean, because I've been making
over major. Over major. I was like,
I make it
look,
major.
at first I was like, okay, let me say major because it's already a success, but like over major.
I mean,
or to just check off as many visions that you have. Like, how much dough do In the Know need for 2022 to
maximize
over your
2022? I would say about $100,000. I'd say about $100,000.
100 G's.
A year, $100,000 for in a year for ITK. Unlimited activity, unlimited ability to travel, unlimited ability to take the movement elsewhere, unlimited ability to do more things where people don't have to pay to get in. You know what I mean? Things like that. Like, I don't want to charge my AAU kids to play. I want that to be covered. You know, I don't want them to have to pay for the leagues. I want that to be covered. I don't want to take money from them. And I want to employ people and pay them what they deserve. Anybody doing a service to the community deserves to be paid more money. Teachers deserve more money. I mean, we could go on. We could talk about this forever.
It only makes sense, right?
So if you bless somebody with the funds to distribute those funds appropriately, who's not going to try to take money from you or to pay you less than what you deserve, you got somebody like that you know is like that, then you're going to get the quality employees you deserve.
Yeah.
So that's my vision, man. To employ, to give back, and to distract people from what they got to deal with every day. I just want to be a positive outlet. However, whatever fashion it has to be in. It's multifaceted. Got a no bullying clothing line. Like it has to be everything. It's everything.
That's what's up. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate you. I got a little something for you. All right, so we got a certificate for Brittany right here because she dope.
Hey.
Our second Rose in Detroit honoree.
Okay.
All right, so it say, Coach Brittany, thank you for serving the city of Detroit and beyond.
Wow.
Thank you for not giving up. Because of you, lives are changing. Please accept this rose in certificate form from Victory Love Brand and Keisha Let's Talk, and may it serve as a reminder that you are the bomb.
Wow, that's lit.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah.
ITK, that's lit.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Wow. Oh man.
Yep.
I wasn't ready for this.
And then you got your own colorway Rose in Detroit shirt.
Oh, gosh.
I was inspired by the cast tag. I had to throw a little
Yo,
green white in there for you.
CT, let's get it. Come on, my friend.
Yeah.
Dang, man, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Dang.
Thank you.
Shout out to CT.
Yeah.
Let's go.